The story began at the exhibition tournament. Goku, accessing Super Saiyan Blue against the participant in Universe 9, was emanating his entire body the essence of a god, which would leave everyone surprised. Rumors among the gods would be heard. This mortal with divine power was something they hadn't seen in existence. This is the power of Universe 7. It's got a few warriors capable of this divine energy. You better make an effort in this tournament. I want to face that warrior. I have an apology for Belmod-sama. Goku defeated his opponent with his iconic Kamehameha technique. Even though his enemy was hundreds of times bigger than him, Goku's power overwhelmed him, defeating him, for which Daishinkan would give the victor of Universe 7. Goku would return to his base state, a masked warrior would go down. Well, who are you? Do you want to confront me? My name's Toppo, and I'm a vigilante from Universe 7. I won't let you get away with it. Because you are the king of everything organized this tournament, I'll grind you to a pulp. Ha! You'll only achieve that if you're more powerful than me, and I doubt that. You better stop. These battles were saved for the real tournament of power. Go back to your respective gods. No, Daishinkan, let him fight. Since my friend Goku wasn't able to show all his power, Universe 9's weak. Let him fight. At the request of Zeno-sama, I'll accept it. Goku from Universe 7 and Toppo from 11. Have a friendly meeting. Enjoy. Goku would get in a battle pose. Toppo, with great speed, was able to lash out against him. They would exchange blows through the combat area. Toppo was able to overcome him because Goku was only fighting with Super Saiyan. Toppo, with a grip, would be able to break his bones, and Goku returning to his base state. All the other gods were surprised by this power of the mortal of Universe 11. Not having divine energy was able to defeat Goku. It doesn't matter that a mortal possesses divine energy. If he isn't able to get a good foundation, he loses against a warrior who doesn't have it. But that's good, real good training there. I'll crush you like the ant you are. Just so you know, Goku isn't used to his divine energy in battle yet. I doubt your warrior could beat him, Belmod. Toppo would use more power, which he planned to destroy his bones as well as his organs. Goku released the power of Super Saiyan Blue, making Toppo move away a few meters, and with a big smile on his face, he'd beat Toppo. Despite everything possible to defend himself wasn't able to compare with the divine power, his blows were capable of causing incredible damage to his soul. I warned you, Belmod. It doesn't matter that he has great training. The divine energy will always be on top and a bonus. Goku's got great training. He could fight against me. The murmurs of the gods would intensify. Beerus, the most powerful god of the 12, even on this occasion all the 11 of destruction faced a battle against Beerus. Despite having multiple serious wounds, would defeat the gods without exception. Returning to the battle, Goku and Toppo were able to release more power, carrying powerful attacks. The one with the most wounds on his body was Toppo, and they would collide their attacks. Incredible pressure would fall in the area, and combat power Daishinkan-sama was able to release his incredible pressure over the place. The friendly match has come to an end. They should not show their max powers until the real tournament of power. Both participants stared at each other, exchanging few words and returning to their gods. Finishing the fight, Daishinkan would announce the rules that would be carried out in this tournament. Explain each of the rules. You can leave. The tournament will be in 2 Earth days. I hope all the universes are ready. Each god would go to their universe. All the gods would fear the power of Universe 7 and 9. Goku possessed divine energy. Toppo had the power to face divine energy. Because the 10 gods of destruction, including Beerus and Belmod, were organized a trap where they both locked warriors in the dimension they weren't able to get out. We must do it once and for all. Since we're not the maximum power Son Goku, his power needs to be able to show us. I know that power. In that case, we must seal it soon. It'll be difficult because of the power of Beerus, who is the most powerful god. We won't be able to do it. But we can have the Super Dragon Balls and seal him away. So that way it would be simpler and we don't have to expose ourselves. That's a great idea. But let's not get a hold of the Super Dragon Balls. They're already under Daishinkan-sama's power. Unless? You better speak up. If you don't possess the power of a warrior who's capable of facing them, we could use them against the time rings with the Dragon Balls this time, and the rings could then return them to their original line. I agree, because we won't have to face Beerus, much less Daishinkan. In the Tournament of Power, we won't have to deal with the 2 most powerful warriors or even facing the power of the gods. That's a great idea. We'll do it that way. Prepare everything to leave for the past or future, but it's gotta be today. The gods headed towards Universe 10. The rings were located there, and the god Ramush, of the authority of the universe, had the power to use the Rings of Time. Thanks, they were able to reach the different time together, and all the other gods who would quickly gather the Dragon Balls, and the gods were able to use them with great ease. Gods, quickly gather them. Apparently the gods of this timeline realized we're here, so we gotta leave quick. All the gods with the Dragon Balls were able to return to their timeline thanks to the rings. Arriving to the god of Universe 10, they were able to invoke powerful god Zalma. Before the divinity was released, they created a barrier between the 10 gods who were there. Tell me, what is your wish? I can only fulfill one wish. I want you to lock up the warriors Goku from Universe 7 and Toppo from 11, in that dimension that they can't get out. Zalma lit up his eyes. On planet Earth, Goku was meditating while the intention of calming his internal energy. He would disappear from there, arriving at a place completely white similar to the Room of Time. This place was different and changed according to the power of the warrior inside. Goku, being confused, would be surprised to realize that Toppo would also appear. Wow, but if you're Toppo, you know what happened? How did we get here? I was training for the Tournament of Power. Son Goku, I don't know how I got here. They just teleported me and I was training since your power turned out to be amazing. Instantly, Zalma would appear in front of them, leaving them surprised. Toppo would try to see him try to attack, but it would stop Goku. Toppo, stop! That's Zalma! But what's he doing in this place? You've been sent here to this dimension. 10 gods have sealed you in this dimension which you can never leave. I will only inform you that. Goku and Toppo amazed, Zalma would disappear, leaving them doubts, and the gods, Zalma, had disappeared from the Universe 11, spreading the Dragon Balls over the 10 universes. Being that they are barrier, they've been gathered in the same place. Now we must return the Super Dragon Balls to their timeline. Leave that to me. I just grant them the time ring and I can get a dimensional portal and spread these Super Dragon Balls. Drez, holding the Ring of Time, was able to crack the entire space in Universe 10, sending the Dragon Balls to their timeline. Universe 7, Beerus would gather every warrior in that universe. Hey Vegeta, Goku's missing. The 10th warrior would be Frieza, and I've been able to talk to the Guardian of Hell to allow him to leave for a day. What do you say, Beerus? The 10th warrior will be Frieza. Frieza will betray us, since he's always hated the Saiyans. He won't team up with us. You don't have to worry about that. Since the universe has its paradise and hell, if our universe is eliminated, Frieza will disappear. Understand. Answering your second question, no, Mr. Beerus. I don't know where Kakarot is. Since they arrived at the exhibition tournament, I hadn't seen him, since I've been on the lookout for my wife, Bulma. Damn, it's only been a few hours since the start of the tournament. Whis, I want you to locate Goku. Of course, Mr. Beerus, I will at this moment. Whis, with the help of his staff, would start looking for Goku's essence. It'd be impossible since his essence wasn't anywhere in Universe 7. Mr. Beerus, this is worrying. I can't find Goku's essence. It's like he's never been here. Damn it, what happened to Goku? Hopefully he's only training. Just wait a little longer. Otherwise we have to choose someone else, and at least I want to do, because no warrior compares to him. The set time had elapsed, there was only 5 minutes left, and Goku hadn't arrived, because Goku's place would be taken by Yamcha since they had to compete in 10 participants. No, damn. Without the power of Goku, the power of this team's diminished greatly. Vegeta and Frieza's, everything's in their hands. They gotta win. Universe 7 reached the platform in the Tournament of Power. The other universes already reached the tournament. Beerus would realize Toppo was not with his companions either, so Beerus would communicate with Belmod telepathically. Belmod, you're my opponent in this tournament, but you're not my enemy. I've got a question. What happened to Toppo? I don't know, Beerus. I wasn't able to find him. Even my angel tried to locate him all over Universe 11, but he disappeared completely. He's damn good for nothing. That's the same thing that happened to Goku. That means that the other gods are working against us, and they must have something with our participants. Right now, they're not able to do anything. I thank each of you for your presence today. I hope you're ready to start with the power. Start fighting! All the warriors launched themselves against the other universes. In the dimension that Zalma had sealed them, Goku with Toppo would expel their power. The intention of cracking the dimension was impossible for them, since the dimension, for a king of the whole, would be difficult to get out. No, damn, the tournament power started! We can't get out of here! For me, this warrior of justice and believe in the word of the gods, they turned their backs on us. I won't forgive them. We have to get out of here, Goku. Both warriors released their power, but they weren't able to do anything. The dimension was created by the same power of the god Dragon Zama, which means for them to get out, they had to overcome the power of their creator. Damn, I hope that little Zeno has mercy on the universes and not eliminate them. I swear these gods will pay. You're counting on Son Goku with me this time. I won't have to let these wretches get away with it. I'll eradicate them. Both warriors immediately promised to put an end to the gods who betrayed them. Although, for this, they must sacrifice their universes. They didn't have the required power to destroy the dimension. For that, we must become more powerful. I agree with you, Goku. Let's do it once and for all. Both warriors began their rigorous training in order to take their revenge on the gods, while on the other hand, in the outside world, the Tournament of Power would continue to demonstrate incredible battles over the platform. A gigantic power made everything tremble, not enough to destroy the dimension. In that time, Goku and Toppo had been able to become more powerful. This time of place was very different. An hour in this world was a year in that place. The time difference was overwhelming, and these warriors increased their powers faster and possessed the energy of a god where they were not affected. Since in this time, Toppo completely mastered his god of destruction state, not able to age and keep his body at the max power, just like Goku possessed the energy of a Saiyan god. Toppo, we've become very powerful. I've been able to access Super Saiyan Blue 2. I'm close to accessing Super Saiyan Blue 3. I've been able to master the state of the god of destruction. I'm sure I can take my body to a new level, and I promise I'll achieve it. Hey, Toppo, how long do you think he spent outside? You think our friends still are alive, or have they been eliminated by the king altogether? To be honest, I doubt my universe will be eliminated. I was not the most powerful warrior in that universe. Jiren's more powerful than me. Wow, that universe is victory then. Apparently the other gods haven't turned, but they managed to get out of here, since we can't stay like this, Toppo. Returned to the Tournament of Power, several universes eliminated by the King of all, Zeno-sama. The gods were surprised since the power that Jiren was able to demonstrate was overwhelming. I can't believe that guy was able to give a hit battle even when it was in the time jump. I thought sealing Goku and that other guy, the universe would have had victory. What's the matter with you, Champa? Is there anything that worries you more than the tournament? Damn it, Vados. You're relaxed because if we lose or win, you angels will be exterminated, but my life's in grave danger. In the Tournament of Power arena, Vegeta, Frieza, Hit, and other great power warriors reached the end of the Tournament of Power, surrounded by Jiren. I hate to admit it, this damn war between all of us and you, we can fight together. His power is amazing. I totally agree with you. I never thought a warrior besides Son Goku would be able to fight against me. He amazed me. That's interesting. It's a pity that their powers are so low. No matter how many ants join, they can't beat a dinosaur like me.
It's a pity, because if several ants join, we can beat you. I hope you're ready to be eliminated.
Multiple warriors in the universes rushed him. Fighting with each of them, the gods were surprised how Jiren had a great numerical disadvantage, giving battle to them, and the god Belmod was relaxed. It doesn't matter how many warriors join. Jiren's power surpasses me. Can't say I'm the most second powerful god, only below Beerus, and I'm sure Jiren would be able to give him battle. Jiren would eliminate every warrior, since his power was devastating when they attacked him. A few combos hit him, but Jiren was able to eliminate the weaker warriors that were attacking him. And on the battlefield, Vegeta, Frieza, and Hit, but despite getting on their feet, their bodies were completely destroyed. Damn, I never thought there'd be such a huge power. His power is capable of destroying us. I'm sure if we unite, we'll be able to do anything. Is this our end?
No, damn. I'm the Emperor of Evil. I can't end up like this. I have to do something against him. I'm Frieza!
Frieza, in anger, would pounce against Jiren, who would exchange thousands of blows. Jiren, it was nothing, since he was able to dodge them, and in a certain blow, Jiren would hold Frieza's arm. You're weak. You can't do anything against me. I'll eliminate you from this tournament and the way you take this place. Jiren, with an incredible blow, sent him flying, leaving only Vegeta and Hit against this power of Jiren. What do they do now? Since they weren't all united, they couldn't do anything. What are they supposed to do? I'm not going to give up easily. I'll hit the legendary assassin of Universe 6, give his life to order beat you. Hit will increase his power on a surprising scale. Even though his power was an outrage, Jiren, it was nothing, because his power was still way above his. Hit would, without saying a word, begin his onslaught, and his bones were destroyed by the excess energy. Despite sacrificing his existence, it wouldn't do anything, and every step it would be followed.
Is that it? You have nothing but a small power increase to exchange your life? You're a worm.
Jiren, with one blow, sent him flying, causing him to spit blood over the battlefield. Vegeta would watch, and his body wouldn't stop shaking. Vegeta would remember his family, Earth, and how he arrived, and how even his greatest Kakarot rival.
What would you do in this situation, Kakarot? Guide me.
You're the only one who would be the most powerful Saiyan of our race. Jiren would approach Vegeta, who had a gloomy look. Knowing that they would be eliminated, even Beerus would no longer say anything, knowing that Vegeta didn't have the required power to do something against Jiren.
Apparently you're more thoughtful than the others.
Since you accepted your destiny, since you don't want to fight, it disappears. Jiren's fist was about to collide with Vegeta's face. Centimeters away, a purple aura would force Jiren away. Vegeta's aura would cause a few scratches.
What? You can give me a few scratches with your aura? You're nothing but an insect.
Vegeta's aura would grow, so much more that everything around him would tremble. Just like the god of a power would be perceived by the other gods, every god would stand up, giving him great power resonance.
What? How did Vegeta access the god of destruction?
Wow, I never thought Mr. Vegeta's emotions would be able to access the power of the god of destruction. Vegeta's incredible aura destroyed everything around him. So, at that moment, he would be able to let himself see his new appearance. His eyes as well as his hair were purple, able to recover all his wounds and received in the battle.
What? I never understand the Saiyans. The more powerful their opponents are, the power they can get is on another level. I didn't expect this, but the power is worthy of me. So finally, a rival. You can attach your power, I'll end you otherwise. I don't know where all this power's come from, but it's time to end this thing.
Vegeta and Jiren got close. Their auras collided, and so much more that the gods could feel their pressures.
I can't believe Universe 7 has such powerful warriors. What happened to Son Goku? That warrior was more powerful than Vegeta. Vegeta, show the power of the whole Universe 7. Do it for your family. I dedicate this victory to my family. And Kakarot, since I don't know where you bastards are, but I'm sure the gods had something to do with this.
Vegeta would watch them in anger, while the gods would not move.
I don't know who the hell Kakarot is, but whatever happened, it happened because he's weak.
And it's because something happened to that damn good-for-nothing worm. Before Jiren could react, Vegeta was able to connect a punch to his stomach, sending him flying through a few mountains generated on the platform. Vegeta would walk towards Jiren.
You better respect Kakarot. He'd finish you off without a movement. And I'm sure he'll finish off the bastards who did something to him that made him not able to participate.
The few gods present with a serious look, while instantly an incredible power would be released. This time, Vegeta's blow caused damage to Jiren's body. Jiren would expel monstrous power, leaving a few gods surprised.
This is amazing. Apparently Vegeta's incredible power overcame Jiren, but I hope he'll be able to beat him. His body was affected by all that power. Being the first time, the burden must be crazy.
I agree with you, Mr. Beerus. Mr. Vegeta can explode, since the power of the God of Destruction is not a game.
We had a small flaw in our desire. We should lock that damn Vegeta up too, since his power turned out to be a nuisance in the same way.
In that dimension, Goku and Toppo would continue with their great training. Several years passed. With their divine energy, the warriors didn't notice the change, but the gigantic power was growing, since their powers had already compared to that of a priest, just as Goku's body would change. Wow, that power I feel running inside me? I've been able to master this state of Super Saiyan Blue 3. I can feel a power that burns me inside.
It could be a power far beyond the Super Saiyan Blue. I also am awakened the power of the God of Destruction. I feel the whole interior burning.
In that case, we can make this power of mine. Since it's very powerful, we can destroy this place.
I don't know which gods had this idea, but believe me, Goku won't let them get away with it.
Both continued their training. In the Tournament of Power, Vegeta, with all his power, generated a great explosion, managing to eliminate the participants present. Jiren and Hit, who at that time were the most powerful warriors still participating.
Wow. Lord Vegeta and the power of God of Destruction was able to generate an explosion, eliminating the warriors. What happened?
In the smoke, they could see a very badly injured Vegeta at his base state. The power of the explosion, together with the power of the God of Destruction, destroyed his body. Not enough to end his life, though.
So the warrior Vegeta from Universe 7 is the winner of the Tournament of Power. Tell me, what's your wish?
Vegeta, with his last energies, would observe all the warriors and Daishenkin.
Revive all the universes destroyed by the great Zeno-sama. That's my wish.
Daishenkin, before asking anything, Vegeta would fall out of combat. Daishenkin went to the powerful god Zalma, asking for Vegeta's wish, getting the gods together with their warriors to revive their respective universes.
Despite it belonging to an evil race, Vegeta's heart is changed on planet Earth. That's gotta be admired. The battles and desires been excellent. I hope to share with Universe 7, since apparently they're extraordinary warriors.
Returning to the time room, a great light would be rising all over the place. This pressure would fall on Toppo's body, but not enough to bend him.
What? Whose pressure is this?
It's enough to make me drop in an incredible way. But a great silver light was possible to observe Goku with silver eyes, and the gaze he gave off was that of peace. A great power is beginning to be released from Goku's body. On this occasion, he left Toppo surprised. That great power almost bent him. While Goku could observe with a great silver light, of appearance very similar to his base state, it would look completely different.
Wow, but the power released belongs to Goku? How's he able to get that level? I can't believe it.
Goku wouldn't say anything, but with a roar, he would bend Toppo, because the pressure he increased was incredible. Toppo would be on the ground, unable to move, and despite the difficulty, he would access his state of God of Destruction. That pressure was not so powerful to leave him on the ground. The several hours of his bones had been compromised by that incredible pressure he released.
Goku, you better control yourself. That power is able to go crazy, and it can cause damage to your body.
Goku instantly took a few steps. He'd fall on the ground, slumped, and hundreds of lightning bolts pierced his body. That power was the Ultra Instinct, a power beyond the understanding of the gods, and he was able to master it and would require incredible endurance.
I knew that all that power had a price, but how he was able to get it and how not to assimilate it? Even I, who overcome the God of Destruction, is bent like a child. Must be a nightmare.
Outside, it had already been a few months. Since Vegeta had won the Tournament of Power, all the warriors gathered at Bulma's, as well as the deities of Universe 7. It's better that we gather the Dragon Balls, and that I with my staff couldn't find Goku. That means I'm much more powerful than him. We were able to get him.
I agree. And those beings who have been gods, I doubt any warrior could leave no trace of Goku. But Mr. Beerus, being the most powerful deity of this universe, you can review the Hell of Paradise? I know it's unlikely, but they'll be able to send Goku's life.
It's impossible, because if his soul is in the two places, we could feel his essence. Every universe has its hell and paradise, so every angel can feel every presence.
Huh, seems more complicated than expected.
In that case, we have to gather the Dragon Balls to have one more clue. Bulma, I understand you can reserve one of the awards on your birthday. Can we use them right now? I want to know what happened to my dad, since it's not possible he disappeared without a trace. Of course, Gohan. Don't worry, Goku's my best friend. I've known him all my life. I'll do everything I can to help him. Bulma would summon Shenron, because in this everything would darken and Shenron would make an appearance.
Tell me, I can fulfill your 3 wishes, the ones you want. How long has it been without seeing you, Shenron? In this moment, I want you to do something for me. Because if you could help us right now.
Shenron's expression would change. Beerus was feared by the gods, but he would keep his composure.
Of course, Beerus. Tell me, how can I help you?
That Saiyan Son Goku or Kakarot disappeared. We ask for your help so we can get some clues.
Shenron would investigate his great power. He got closer to the corners of the universe, and a gigantic barrier wouldn't allow him to access that place. Instead, he was able to observe 10 gods, while the top of the whole place was the powerful dragon god Zalma.
Mr. Beerus, I don't know what happened to Goku, but 10 gods of destruction have to do with his disappearance, like the dragon god Zalma.
Well, Goku showed to this tournament of power has been much to the force of those who use the Super Dragon Balls, but I feel that something doesn't add up. Beerus would instantly expel an incredible power and would terrify everyone. The entire Universe 7 was shaken.
Those bastards, they traveled back in time. And the powerful Daen, he used the possessions of the Super Dragon Balls and they couldn't be activated again for 2 days. They made me irritated.
I hadn't thought of that, Mr. Beerus. You're right, because if the gods could use the Super Dragon Balls, they'd do something against Goku, and Daen would not have been able to revive the universes eliminated by Zeno-sama.
In that case, what can we do, Shenron? Any suggestions?
I'm sorry, I can't compare myself to Zalma, so it's impossible for me to get information with Son Goku.
I understand. With that clue, you've given us enough. I have to meet with those damn traitors and I'll beat the information out of them.
In that case, I'm retiring.
The Dragon Balls were scattered over Earth again, while Beerus would look with anger and observe Whis.
We gotta leave to Universe 10. We have a serious conversation with the god Ramush of that universe, and if he doesn't talk, I don't want you to intervene, Whis, since I plan to get the information out of him.
I understand, Mr. Beerus. With your permission, we're leaving. Both deities went to the god Ramush of Universe 10, for which they instantly arrived, and the deities of Universe 10 received them kindly.
Beerus, for how long? It's been first to let me tell you thank you. I was able to find out thanks to a warrior of universe, we're able to come back to life. And if you want to be grateful, you tell me the wish that you made for the Super Dragon Balls. It'll be better if you answer me the good way, since I plan to get the information out of you one way or another. Well, what are you saying? No matter what the hell you're talking about, how can we use the Super Dragon Balls if Daen had them?
Ramush, without being able to see anything, he received a blow to his stomach, powerful enough to make him spit out blood all over the place.
I'll ask you one more time. What was the wish you asked for the Super Dragon Balls? You're the god of Universe 10. You can get the Rings of Time at your disposal, and they'll never take me by the hair. Apparently denying it won't be any good. But you want the information you're looking for, and you're completely wrong. You have to force me. Heh, it's been a while since I had to battle. I knew you wouldn't be able to give me that info. You better get ready.
Ramush would instantly expel his power. Everything around him shuddered, and that power he released was capable of making the entire Universe 10 shudder. Beerus wasn't surprised. His true power far exceeded Ramush's.
I hope you have more power than that, because if this is your max, you disappoint me. Since you can't do anything against me, or you've forgotten the fear you had of me.
Ramush, despite remembering the fear he had of Beerus, would rush him trying to hit him. Beerus, with the blows like a simple child was hitting him, he was able to dodge the blows with his eyes closed. The battle progressed, and the desperation on Ramush's face was evident.
What's going on, huh? Is that all you got? I thought you'd be a worthy opponent since you're one of the most useless gods.
Ramush, while still trying to say something, Beerus, with an overwhelming speed, inserted his hand into his chest.
If you don't want to die, tell me everything you know, because I won't hesitate to end your pathetic life if you don't tell me what I want to know.
Ramush would remember the words of Katla of Universe 4. In that case, Beerus and Belmod are able to discover what we know with our current power and can't face them, so we give you this. A pearl of dark energy would enter Ramush's body, since he was the most dangerous god among the 10 of the destruction. I know you won't like it the way it's activated. The only way for us, Beerus or Belmod, to end your life, it's an incredible power that explodes.
With all that great power, you must defeat them, yes, since it is authentic destructive energy of all of us, even with a little energy of the god massacre. I understand, and I appreciate you care about me.
Returned to the battlefield, Beerus held Ramush's heart, expelling too much blood.
Tell me what I need to know, and I promise I'll let you live. And just tell me where the hell Goku went.
Ramush, despite all the pain, spit at Beerus' face. Beerus angry because in one fell swoop he ripped his heart out.
I'm sorry, Angel Cuss, but this had to be done. I can't let that damn god cheat us out of my universe.
I understand, Beerus-sama. It's a pity that Ramush-sama wasn't defeated yet, but you guys apparently chose to be on the side of a mortal.
What are you supposed to be saying, huh? I ripped out his heart. No living being is capable of being alive without his main organ.
Ramush-sama has planned for you, and Mr. Belmod would find everything that happened, so he preferred to not take risks or take a few precautions.
At that moment, Ramush's body would form a kind of flesh which would likewise create a warrior, while his power would begin to increase in an unreal way.
What the hell are they supposed to have done? It's not possible to be able to stay alive after losing a heart.
Beerus would be put out of his thoughts. A new warrior would move impressively, being able to be a few centimeters from him.
What's going on, Beerus? You're shaking in fear this time? You better get ready, because you hit me and you have to get ready to get hit.
Beerus trying to rush him, Ramush would dodge the blow and connect millions of blows over Beerus. While that battle was going on, Goku had been able to wake up, his body with multiple wounds due to the excess energy of the Ultra Instinct.
My body hurts! What the hell's that transformation? My hair's back to black, but if it was not transformed, that's strange.
I agree with you, but I miss the power that you were able to release was overwhelming. I'm sure that currently you can overcome the power of a Guardian Angel Daishinken.
I'm sure that too, but we've got to be more powerful in that case. The high commands turn us against us to require the power able to defeat them.
I doubt the Divine Kingdom can turn against us. We haven't done anything. We're the ones affected by the damn gods who betrayed us.
I swear they'll pay. I won't let them get away with it.
Goku would continue meditating, the intention of recovering completely. On the battlefield, Beerus was able to dodge several blows of Ramush. The blows were able to connect him, generating damage, while Beerus was hitting Ramush's body. His fists hurt because Ramush's resistance increased incredibly.
What's going on, Beerus? Where's your power which you hit me before? Or are you only able to abuse your power of the weak gods? You've really increased your power. Let me tell you that the power you've been able to get's not real. At this moment, I, the most powerful god of the universe, will show you the true power of a super god.
I hope everything you say is true, because in that case, showing that pathetic power, I'll have to finish you in one move.
Ramush-sama, you don't have to allow Beerus to access 100% of his power. You know better than anyone that Beerus' power is incredible. What's more, even all the gods together have not been able to beat him.
Don't worry, I'm able to beat Beerus.
Beerus would expel his power, making the Universe 10 shake entirely. Beerus was able to access 100% of his power, and that power had the divine pearl granted by Ramush of Universe 10. Because of this time, Beerus was the most powerful god and able to keep up with him. Beerus would agree to use 100% of his power.
I don't know how you're able to get the divine pearl. It doesn't interest me. Right now, I plan to end your existence. You're not a being whose life I should spare, since you would get in my universe and eliminate my friend. Don't say stupid things, Beerus. You're no one's friend. You're just all living beings at your convenience. And at this moment, you don't say such stupid things. To use them or not, it's none of your business. I want you to tell you what you've done with Goku. Otherwise, I'm gonna end your life. Don't you only be able to say that your power is greater than mine. I highly doubt that. My power can surpass you by dozens. Ramush, tell me how much you've seen 100% of my power. You don't know what fear is? You're in luck, because today you'll know true terror.
He would instantly give a small smile, saying to himself,
Ramush has no chance. It doesn't matter that he could use the Divine Pearl. Lord Beerus' power is on par with that of an angel. Only Beerus retains that power, and his training has results.
Ramush's confidence of the Divine Pearl would approach Beerus with arrogance because Beerus seemed to be without guard.
Beerus, if you want to be able to beat me, you have to have some guard. Otherwise, I won't be able to do something against me, but...
Before Ramush could finish speaking, Beerus was able to connect an incredible blow on his chin, being powerful enough to send him flying into a few mountains, destroying them.
Although it seems that you have low guard, we're gods. You should trust that fact? Of course not. Since we've always had the respect of the enemy, it's something that you should not understand. Your ending's written, Ramush. Ramush was on the ground vomiting blood and trying to stand, which was impossible because his legs were shaking.
What was that? How has it caused this much damage with one of the punches? I have the Divine Pearl!
It's a pity, Ramush. The Divine Pearl is only able to release its true potential for your body and multiply it by 5. Your pathetic power is nothing. No matter how many times they multiply your power, it's still pathetic. Ramush, despite being angry, would not be able to do anything to stand. He would notice the blow of Beerus and would contain a large amount of destructive energy that is along with angelic energy, which would be deadly for any warrior, no master of both. Beerus would hold Ramush by the neck.
You better talk. I'm planning to wipe out the last molecule of your body.
I'm not interested in you being able to end my existence.
I'm not a traitor. And if you're interested in that saying, it's because you've planned to do something with him. On the other hand, you're right. Never name the fact of your ending your existence. That'd be the benevolence of you and something that you don't deserve.
Beerus' aura, the same death would be observed. This time, Beerus was able to materialize his aura, and having a great instinct on the battlefield, his own aura was able to represent death.
With this, you'll prefer to die. I want to see how much you'll be able to endure. Palms of death. Rapture of divine essence.
The death in the aura of Beerus was able to deliver hundreds of blows all over Ramush's body. The blows, despite not doing him a physical harm, was much more serious in damage, because this time it would cause him to the entire soul, and in this case destroying the soul completely. It wouldn't matter that they would gather the Super Dragon Balls, Ramush would not be part of anything. This technique was similar to that of the destruction of the gods, and this destruction would cause him agony. Beerus would stop his punching combo and start moving closer towards Ramush.
You ready to talk or you want more? No matter how much you do, Ramush, you can't do anything against me. Have you forgotten who's the most powerful god among the 12?
Ramush would try to crawl, but Beerus would hold him by his legs, burying him into the entire base of the planet, generating a few explosions due to the power he exerted. In the dimension of Goku, he was meditating, and he opened his eyes, they were silver. While there was great pressure present over the place, Goku would control it.
This present's incredible! I can bear this power! I feel like I'm capable of breaking bones. I must control this power.
Wow, you've been able to control a little bit of this amazing power. That amazes me, Goku. What's more is expected from a warrior race.
Thanks, Toppo. We've been in this place for millennia, even millions of years. Apparently this time we have to get out of here. What do you think? We have a last training, and we're gonna have to leave.
That seems cool to me, Goku. But what if we have a match?
That seems great. I know that our power's increased, so let's do it.
I want to know how much you've been able to increase your power.
But let's combat to be in about 1 month, since I want to train a little more, since apparently the power you have is amazing. I very hardly would be able to face it, and I don't want to disappoint you. Wow, I understand. In that case, let's master all this power. In about a month, we'll battle up, will be legendary.
Both powers did know is that their powers were already on par with that of a priest. In this team, they'd be able to defeat Daishinken. To reach the power of Zeno-sama, they still lacked too much, and there was something said to be minimal. In power scales, something minimal who could define the lives and who wins. And for that reason, they decided to train. Returning to the battle, Beerus humiliated Ramush multiple times, who on this occasion wasn't able to move, and his soul was destroyed.
Ramush's last chance. Tell me, what have you done with Goku or Toppo, or else this next blow will end your life?
Ramush, without being able to answer, would accept his end, and Beerus would use Energy Scythe, which he had planned to end Ramush's life. However, the Energy Scythe would be completely destroyed by the Staff of Angel Kuss.
I cannot allow him to end Ramush's life, because if he ends Ramush's life, the balance in the 12 universes will be destroyed. You're mistaken, Kuss, because the balance was broken since a god was able to enter another universe, not belonging to his god's consent. Those are minor rules, but ending the life of a god would bring wrath of the mighty king at all. That's why I don't plan to let him end. If you don't stop me, I promise you won't intervene in our battle. I just inform you that she's an angel. Don't hesitate to use all your power. Don't say stupid things. It doesn't matter that you're the most powerful god of the 12 gods. It's impossible for a god to compare to the guardian angel. Beerus without warning would appear in front of Cuss, because being able to connect a blow on her face, which on this occasion would almost send her to the ground, and the great ability on the battlefield would be able to pull herself in the air. What the hell is going on? How is it possible a simple god's able to beat me? Are the gods really on par with us angels? I know that we have hundreds of questions. The gods are not on the level of an angel. That's common gods. I've been able to surpass the power of an angel, only finding myself below Whis and the supreme angel Daen. What is that you said? It's crazy. No god can count on the power beyond an angel, because it's even against the rules. What rules? He never says a god can't surpass an angel, only that you've been blessed with the joy of having great power since birth. Doesn't mean they're insurmountable. I'm proof of that. Sister, you better not fight against Beerus, since you will lose your life together with your god. Better give us the transformation need to be able to heal all the wounds of Ramush. No, damn! I won't let a simple god be able to beat me! I'm an angel! This can't be happening! Cuss, without accepting the harsh reality, would pounce against Beerus, but Beerus, without trusting himself, knew his opponent was an angel, and would dodge each of the blows that he wasn't able to dodge, managed to counteract them. And irritated Cuss much more would be a girl, because Beerus would instantly hold Cuss's arms, exerting great power and mobilizing her. Cuss, calm down. I don't want to hurt you. Just collaborate with us. I don't plan to eradicate all the gods involved. You can avoid this by giving me the information I need. Never. I won't tell you nothing. If you want to end my life, do it. But this is my father. Daen would take revenge, and nothing will be able to overcome the power of an angel. The power of the great priest will never be able to overcome. A great pressure would fall on Cuss's body. Whis would be angry and would pass by Beerus' side, staring at his sister. Are you threatening us? Don't make me laugh. You better than anyone know that Daishaken's power is higher than mine. It's not by much, and likewise even my father would get angry if they find out they have traveled in time. Cuss, before saying anything, was hit with an incredible power in her stomach, causing her to fall to the planet, destroying everything while she watched a great fury. I'll not end up with you out of respect of our parents. I do plan to lock you in an alternate dimension, from which you will be able to get out by being able to overcome my power at the max. Don't say that, brother, please. I cannot tell them anything. Don't seal me, I implore you. I don't want to die in an alternate dimension. Who said you would die? You're totally wrong. In that dimension, you will inhabit the whole existence, and that's what a traitor like you deserves. Whis would hold his staff to the point at Cuss, which would panic and would escape from the entire Universe 10. No matter how high speed, Whis already had it completely fixed, being pulled by a whirlwind of energy, being sealed in one dimension by the staff completely. That's what happens for her to be impertinent. Whis, what are we going to do in this time? The god of Universe 10 didn't want to collaborate. Will we go to another universe? It will be best, because if this time it was Son Goku, next time it'd be just you, the most powerful god. We have to end the problem and end the promoters of this. Meanwhile, the room of the month had already passed. Goku had been training the Master Ultra Instinct completely, being able to adapt the perfect Ultra Instinct as his new base state. Goku would approach Toppo, and everything would be destroyed, since Toppo's power of the God of Destruction state was incomparable. This time, everything around him was lava and hundreds of lightning. Wow, the power of a God of Destruction is amazing, and much more, he's able to destroy it and master it. This battle'll be interesting.
Well, you're already prepared for our battle. This'll be interesting, but allow me. I plan to access the maximum power of a God of Destruction.
Toppo, channeling his power, would destroy everything, accessing the state of the God of Destruction. The pressure would be released and the surroundings was amazing, because this time even Jiren, any god or angel, would not be able to stand that pressure, with the exception of the deities of Universe 7. Wow, the power you're releasing is amazing! I'm gonna release mine! Goku would release much more of his power and the imperfect Ultra Instinct, being able to create a galaxy under his feet. Same way the pressure was released was amazing. Because of this, both pressures would collide brutally.
I hope you're ready. The same for you, Goku.
The final battle of both warriors would begin, being able to leave the dimension to which the gods had sent them. A destruction would be caused in the dimension where they were locked, because their power levels were in an incomparable range.
Toppo, I hope you're prepared. It'll be our final training before we go out and finish those guys.
I'm completely prepared. Whenever you want to attack, I'm surprised at the state you're able to get to. It seems that you're able to get that base state, but the power that runs through your body is incredible.
You've been able to realize it. It's an amazing perception you have of the divine energy. Your energy's destructive, but let's start.
Goku at a great speed would attack Toppo, and they would both exchange millions of blows. Toppo, thanks to the god of destruction of energy, was able to keep Goku at bay, and a little oversight would completely pulverize him. Goku, thanks to the imperfect Ultra Instinct, would dodge most of Toppo's blows, and outside, Beerus and Whis were on the planet again.
Damn it, we have to finish these deities in Universe 10. Despite not that we're able to get our transformation, it's frustrating.
I can imagine how you feel, Mr. Beerus, but don't worry, since it's normal. Even I, despite being a neutral being, I feel terrible that I had to seal my sister. But we had no choice. Her actions were questionable.
I agree with you, Whis. There's nothing I don't like. It'd be better to go to Universe 11 and talk to Belmod. We need to know if he knows anything about Toppo.
I doubt he has any information, but apparently he's not interested in the slightest what happened to his warrior. That's okay, let's go. Whis, together with Beerus, would leave for Universe 11. Getting to the planet Belmod with a few minutes, was greeted by his angel.
Well, well, but if the deities in Universe 7 and my brother Whis and his destroyer god Beerus-sama.
Well, this is a surprise. I didn't think that I'd see in my universe. Beerus, what brings you here, since we have nothing pending to talk about? Belmod, you really forgot the existence of Toppo? What kind of god are you? You're completely unforgivable. Your warrior was willing to sacrifice for the tournament and you just forgot him like trash.
Well, first off, Beerus, mind your business. Second, everyone's replaceable. I don't know what happened to him. Whatever happened to him, it was because he was weak. Even if he wasn't, he would still be here.
Beerus, instantly angry, would try to pounce against Belmod, and incredible pressure would fall on everyone, being so much that both angels would fall to the ground, not able to move. Instantly, Beerus was able to recognize the clothing of the warriors who were in front of him.
If you are Son Goku, where have you been? I'm surprised you're alive. I thought these useless bastards did something to you. Made a mistake, apparently.
No, Beerus-sama, they really colluded against us. Thank you for taking the time to find out. You're very different from that damn Belmod.
The incredible pressure continued to fall on the Universe 11, while Whis and Beerus were able to move without difficulty. Toppo would approach Belmod, being able to observe him intently.
So that's what you think about me. I've nothing to reproach you. Since you have said it, I agree. If you're weak, I would not be eating dirt now. So you're still more of a worm.
Belmod, with his pride shattered, would try to stand. It'd be impossible, since the pressure over the place was incomparable, and his bones were destroyed by the pressure of Toppo, because Goku's pressure would be deactivated.
Don't worry, I'm not an overachiever like you. I'll lower my pressure to the lowest so we can have a fight if you're able to beat me. I'll spare your life on the contrary. If I'm able to beat you, I'll destroy you completely.
Toppo's pressure would decrease, and despite decreasing it as much as possible, Belmod's body couldn't move freely. The power that they'd been able to get in this time even surpassed that of Daishinken. A few simple gods of destruction weren't able to do anything against him.
Damn it! This is all Beerus' fault. He came at the worst time because if Toppo hadn't listened, none of this would happen.
I don't know what the hell you're thinking of, you traitor. I'm able to decrease my pressure even more possible, so you better get ready, otherwise I'll end your life without any effort.
No, Toppo, wait! Oh, this is a misunderstanding. What you heard wasn't real. I looked for you, but knowing your whereabouts, I just thought you left for another universe.
Toppo, with great anger, would move in a straight line. No one was able to see him, and would connect a blow to Belmod's stomach, falling to the ground, vomiting blood.
You better not say stupid things to me, because I know very well you don't care about my well-being. Beerus-sama, who cared about the whereabouts of his warrior, you don't serve as the protector of this universe.
Belmod at that moment, his bones were destroyed. He'd stand up and try to throw himself against Toppo, but his gravity would fall on his body, making him sink into the entire surface of the planet, and the pressure didn't fall on his angel. I have no plans to do anything with you if you don't intervene. I also understand that angels aren't capable of contradicting their gods. Toppo would begin to massacre Belmod. Despite him trying to defend himself, it was impossible. The power was different from that abysmal child as an adult. Belmod, compared to Toppo, was like a child. All the other gods realized the fall of Ramush of Universe 10, and because of this, these gods held an emergency meeting on the planet of Universe 12. But instantly, all the gods arrived. They were able to perceive Belmod's power to rapidly descend.
This is really bad. Belmod's the second most powerful god, only below Beerus. His power is decreasing.
I must be my brother Beerus. That damn worm had high esteem for that Saiyan Goku. Belmod has nothing to do with it.
No, it's not Beerus, as I feel the power of Beerus in his resting state. A power is even capable of overshadowing the angels located on one side of them.
In that case, we must find out what's happening. We, the gods, can't allow ourselves to be eliminated by such worms.
If you judge me, I believe that it's Beerus or Goku, and Toppo is able to get out of that dimension, which we tried to seal him.
Ha! Don't say stupid things, Champa. Even though they have great power, it's completely impossible that they could leave the great dragon Zoma. Don't say stupid things.
Several gods would be observed more nervous because if it was true, they wouldn't have a chance against Goku and Toppo. A great rumble would be felt on the 12 universes, so powerful that it would destroy everything, and a great pressure would fall on the gods on the Universe 12. In this part, returning to the battlefield, Toppo would hold Belmod by the neck.
I've had enough humiliating you. You don't serve as a warm-up. You're nothing but a worm. You didn't even give me a scratch.
Toppo, carrying a large sphere of destructive energy, would bring it closer to Belmod, who would on this occasion not be able to do anything.
This energy, I'll disintegrate you. You won't be a part of anything, like you've never existed.
Toppo's energy would be about to collide with Belmod. Jiren, the most powerful mortal of Universe 11, was able to save Belmod with incredible speed, prostrating in the sight of Margarita.
But if you're Toppo, what happened? What's the reason you're able to end Belmod's life? We were partners, but if you try to end Belmod's life, like you'd be able to defeat me first.
Jiren, long time no see. You better get out of the way, because right now I have the power to stand up to you, so you better get out of the way. As I've told you, I will not allow you to end Belmod's life. This god of Universe 11, if you ended the life of the whole balance will be lost. I don't know what happened to you, but don't let it go. You can't do this.
Let it go? Are you saying that? No matter how many years I spent locked up in an alternate dimension, and you being my partner weren't able to do anything to help me.
I'm sorry, but it happened for you for some reason, because you were weak. If you had great power, none of this would have happened. So the fault is not anyone else's. It's yours for being an impertinent worm. Without Jiren noticing, Goku's hand was touching his shoulder.
It'd be better to calm down.
If I were your opponent, you, the famous Jiren that Toppo talked about so much, you don't possess such great power as I thought.
You remind me of Vegeta's Saiyan of Universe 7. I don't know if they have something in common or just the race, but I'll destroy you.
What happened to Vegeta? Of course I know him. We're friends and rivals.
This is great, since you and I will be able to take revenge on that damn one. Since their own damn fault of the universe was destroyed, and not according to that, he was able to revive us. I don't need mercy, but now I'll end your life.
That's amusing. It's a pity because if you couldn't end Vegeta's life, much less you'll be able to do something against me.
Jiren, annoyed, would try to throw a punch at Goku, but surprised, Goku was able to stop his punch with one of his hands and without making even a slight effort.
What are you doing? You want to die so fast?
In Zeno-sama's realm, Daishenka noticed the energy of life of the two gods of destruction had disappeared.
That's extremely strange, since the gods, the most powerful entities of the 12 universe, only below me and Zeno-sama.
Daishenka, with his great mental power, would investigate everything happening in the 12 universes. Jiren then rushed against Goku, while Toppo would hold Belmod again, realizing that Belmod had left for another world, and the injuries he generated were serious.
Ha! You saved yourself from that damn good-for-nothing. I'd be able to destroy your body, and you can't come back to life.
Toppo, using a little of destructive energy, would be able to destroy Belmod's entire body, and Goku would be able to play with Jiren, since the difference in powers were abysmal. Jiren, annoyed, would try to hit Goku, but Goku was able to dodge the blows. Goku, with a great roar, was able to take him away from the battlefield. I don't have time to play with you, and you don't even know what we've been through. I won't lock you up in that place, because if you had the same determination as ours, you'd get out. I'm planning to end you. Ha! And you think you'll end my life? You're wrong. Goku, cold, would not be characteristic of him, collided with an incredible blow to his face, ending his life in a single blow, while Goku approached Beerus and Whis with a smile, and all that place of the great golden light was able to observe himself, while an incredible power would be present. Wow, this is the pressure of Daishinken-sama. So I've finally been able to get the pressure to one of the most powerful beings in the 12 universes. His pressure is not able to overcome mine. Goku would likewise release his incredible pressure, and the power of both intentions started to collide in a great way. After the terrifying moment that the Z Warriors had experienced, Goku and Vegeta realized that Beerus and Whis were not on Earth. They had disappeared just moments before the shadow creatures appeared on Earth. This is because Daishinken discovered that Zeno-sama had been killed by his father and immediately summoned all the angels and gods of destruction. In the majestic realm of all, Daishinken, the High Priest, summoned all the angels and gods of destruction of the existing universes. The atmosphere in the hall was unusually tense, and concern was reflected in the faces of those present. Daishinken, with his usual calmness, prepared to share the disturbing truth he had discovered.
Angels and gods of destruction, the time has come to face a powerful truth. Zeno-sama, our beloved king of all, has been slain.
Silence fell over the hall. The angels and the gods of destruction exchanged looks of disbelief and dismay. No one expected that such a tragedy could occur, especially at the hands of someone so powerful.
My investigation revealed that the one responsible for this abominable act was Zeno-sama's own father.
The news resounded like a somber echo in the room. Everyone present processed the shocking revelation. The omnipresent figure of Zeno-sama, the supreme deity, had been shattered by his own protagonist. Mohito, Sidra's angel, spoke in a worried voice. How is it possible that a being as powerful as Zeno-sama's father could have committed such an act?
That is a question for which I still have no answers. But now we must face the consequences of this event. The stability of the multiverse is in danger.
Arak, the god of destruction of Quitella, asked,
And what measures will we take in the face of this threat? What'll happen to the throne of Zeno-sama?
That is a question we must discuss and resolve. For now, the throne remains empty, and our duty is to maintain peace and balance. But before we make hasty decisions, we need to fully understand the magnitude of this situation.
Beerus and Whis prepared to inform the gods of destruction and angels of all universes about what they had witnessed while on planet Earth with Goku and Vegeta. The Hall of the Realm of Everything was filled with celestial beings, each one expectant and worried about the news they were about to receive.
Attention everyone! We have crucial information to share about the events that have been unfolded.
Before we are summoned here, the father of Zeno-sama appeared on all the planets of the multiverse. Surprise was reflected on the faces of those present. Murmurs and whispers filled the room, as the gods of destruction and angels exchanged looks of disbelief. His visit was not simply to report the death of Zeno-sama. He announced the holding of the tournament that would determine the survival of the planets in each universe. Additional rumors filled the room, creating a constant buzz of concern. The gods of destruction and angels wanted to understand the implications of such an announcement.
He informed the rules of the tournament and the intentions behind such a competition, but it's necessary that we all work together to get answers and face this threat. It is time to join forces and overcome this crisis. The fate of our universes is at stake.
As the gods and angels absorbed the gravity of the situation, in every corner of the Hall of the Realm of Everything, conversations and plans were brewing to confront the mysterious tournament that threatened to upset the balance of the multiverse. Uncertainty hung in the air, but the determination of the divine beings was determined to face the unknown that lay ahead. In the Hall of Everything, Daishinken, the High Priest sensed the imminent arrival of extremely powerful entities heading for the different planets of the multiverse. His face reflected seriousness as he prepared to inform all the angels and gods of destruction present of the coming threat.
Gods and angels of destruction, the time has come to face a new and challenging threat. Entities of great power are headed towards the planets of our universes, and their goal seems to be a direct confrontation with the strongest warriors of each world.
The expressions of those present became serious. Aware of the gravity of the situation, Daishenkin continued with determination.
It's crucial that we move quickly to protect the strongest warriors of each planet, regardless of which universe they belong to. The threat we face does not respect universal boundaries, and we must act with unity to preserve the balance.
Vados, the Angel of Champa, raised his hand.
How do you plan for us to move, Daishenkin? We each have responsibilities in our universes.
I understand the complexity of this situation, but the magnitude of this threat requires immediate action. I suggest that every angel and god of destruction move to the planets threatened by this unknown force. We must prevent the strongest warriors from being defeated before we can fully understand our enemies.
Sounds like a sensible plan, Daishenkin. If we all work together, we can protect our warriors and gain more information about these powerful entities. Each angel and god of destruction nodded in agreement, accepting the need to act immediately. They moved quickly to the various planets, casting aside universal barriers in a joint effort to safeguard the multiverse.
May the wisdom and power of each of you guide this effort. Let us not underestimate this new threat. Our duty is to protect the existence of our universes.
With those words, the angels and gods of destruction dispersed, leaving the Hall of All in preparation to face a challenge that transcended universal boundaries and demanded the collaboration of all divine beings. Uncertainty hung in the air, but determination to preserve the balance of the multiverse guided the powerful beings in their joint mission. The angels and gods of destruction quickly teleported to the threatened planets, each determined to protect the strongest warriors on the various planets. In the blink of an eye, the skies lit up with flashes of divine energy as Awamo and Ewin, Cognac and Quitella, Matanu and Geen, Whis and Beerus, and the other angels and gods of destruction headed toward their assigned destinations. The planet Thraxis Nocturnae lay peaceful in the corner of the cosmos, its nocturnal luminosity radiating a tranquility that was about to be disturbed. In the vast space, Awamo the angel, with his small book in hand, and his god of destruction Ewin, an imposing figure with a stern gaze, detected the arrival of a shadow creature, a minion of Zeno-sama's father. The creature, shrouded in malevolent darkness, descended with malevolent determination towards Thraxis Nocturnae. Ewin, without hesitation, deployed his energy of destruction while Awamo stood by, hoping to resolve the conflict without a bath of chaos. Creature, your darkness will not be tolerated in this realm. Stop your destructive plans. The shadow creature emanated a guttural growl, its presence emanating an unnatural energy that distorted the space around it. The space battle began with an explosion of opposing forces. Ewin launched destructive beams, while Awamo used his speed to dodge the attacks and assess the situation. Ewin, this creature's stronger than we imagined. We must be cautious. I know, Awamo, but we can't let him destroy Thraxis Nocturnae. We must give our best. The shadow creature, agile and evasive, responded to the attacks with dark energy waves that distorted space. The battle spread across the firmament, leaving traces of destructive energy in its wake. Ewin tried to anticipate the creature's movements. However, the shadow creature proved to be agile and adaptive, countering every strategy with an unmatched dark force. Our conventional methods don't work. Ewin, we need to combine our forces. I agree, Awamo. It's time to show them the true power of destruction. Awamo and Ewin merged their energies, creating a flash of light that defied the surrounding darkness. The shadow creature, perceiving the threat, intensified its own energy, generating a collision of cosmic forces that shook space itself. The battle reached a fever pitch, with cosmic explosions lighting up the scene as Awamo and Ewin struggled to contain the darkness. The struggle took place not only on the physical plane, but also on the spiritual one, where the will to protect Thraxus Nocturne was pitted against the ruthless ambition of the shadow creature. The fusion of Awamo and Ewin unleashed a dazzling energy that eclipsed even the nocturnal luminosity of Thraxus Nocturne. The gold and violet glow enveloped the divine couple as they prepared to face the dark threat looming over the peaceful planet.
It's time to show the true extent of our power, Awamo.
The shadow creature, aware of the growing threat, rushed towards them with supernatural speed. Awamo, with his keen perception, anticipated every movement of the creature, allowing the couple to dodge its onslaughts with heavenly elegance.
Keep calm, Ewin. We must synchronize our movements to counteract their darkness.
Ewin nodded and unleashed a series of destructive energy blasts that lit up the space around him. However, the shadow creature responded with amazing agility, dodging every attack with meandering movements. The battle became a cosmic game of strategy and speed. The angel Awamo and the god of destruction Ewin soon realized that in order to defeat this entity, they would need a coordinated attack that transcended the limits of their individual abilities. In a moment of perfect timing, they unleashed a gale of combined energy. Awamo channeled the energy of destruction while Ewin released violet flashes of destruction.
Focus your energy, Awamo. Let's get rid of this darkness once and for all.
Awamo nodded and joined the attack with determination. The fused energy of both angel and god turned into a spear of golden and violet light that pierced through space with an impressive speed. The shadow creature, caught in the torrent of power, let out a heart-rending howl as it was enveloped by the luminosity. The impact was abysmal, generating an expansive wave that shook the cosmos. The darkness that enveloped the creature began to dissipate, revealing its twisted and weakened form. Awamo and Ewin, exhausted but triumphant, stood on guard ready for any eventuality.
We have managed to contain their darkness, but we can't let our guard down.
The shadow creature, now visibly weakened, recoiled before the imposing presence of Awamo and Ewin. The light had prevailed over the darkness in the cosmic corner of Thraxus Nocturne. The divine couple remained firm in their duty to protect the planet that this creature wanted to destroy. However, the battle was not yet over, and the fates of the planets remained uncertain in the vastness of space. After the shocked combined attack of Awamo and Ewin, the space around Thraxus Nocturne was vibrating with the residual energy of the cosmic battle. The shadow creature, apparently weakened, remained suspended in the cosmic void, enveloped in a dark glow that seemed to absorb the surrounding light. The divine couple watched cautiously, aware that the fate of Thraxus Nocturne was still hung in the cosmic balance.
Ewin, something's not right. The darkness of that creature seems to be getting stronger instead of weaker. It seems that our attack has absorbed by her, but it shouldn't be possible. How can he transform our energy of destruction to his own power?
The shadow creature, now surrounded by a more intense aura, began to change its shape. Its twisted figure became more defined. His eyes shone with a malevolent lucidity. The darkness emanating from her was becoming denser, distorting the space around her.
You have underestimated my true potential, angel and god of destruction. Your energy has strengthened me beyond your comprehension.
The divine couple prepared for what was to come next, aware that the threat they faced had evolved. The shadow creature, now empowered by the absorbed energy, charged towards them with renewed speed and ferocity.
We need to be more cautious, Ewin. It seems that every blow we inflict makes her stronger. Understood, Awamo, but we can't allow this darkness to devour Thraxus Nocturne.
The battle resumed with increased intensity. The shadow creature attacked with bursts of dark energy that cut through space, while Awamo and Ewin responded with flashes of golden and violet light. The cosmic dance of lights and shadows painted an epic picture in the vastness of the universe. Each blow and backlash echoed like thunder in space, distorting reality itself. Awamo, with his keen perception, tried to anticipate the movements of the dark creature, but the dark entity proved to be unpredictable. Ewin, with his energy of destruction, sought to weaken the creature, but his attacks seemed to be absorbed and turned into an additional source of power.
Every time we hit her, her power increases. We can't go on like this. We must find a way to counteract his ability. to absorb our energy. Do you have any ideas, Awamo?
Awamo pondered for a moment, his angelic mind working in search of a solution. Meanwhile, the shadow creature, aware of its opponent's confusion, took the opportunity to launch a surprise attack. A wave of dark energy enveloped Awamo and Ewin, distorting their perception and weakening their defenses.
Your resistance is useless. I am the embodiment of darkness. His light cannot prevail before me.
The situation was becoming more and more desperate for the divine couple as they struggled to resist the shadow creature's attacks. Awamo turned his attention to the small book he always carried with him. An idea began to form in his mind.
Ewin, I think I have an idea, but we need to synchronize our attacks in a different way.
Explain yourself, Awamo.
Awamo explained his plan to Ewin, who nodded in understanding. Both God and Angel prepared to put their strategy into practice. The shadow creature, confident in its superiority, launched into the attack again, but this time Awamo and Ewin were ready to respond differently.
Now, Ewin, combine your energy of destruction with mine in a more controlled way.
Ewin nodded and channeled his energy to Awamo, who, in turn, merged it with his. Instead of launching a direct attack, they created a sphere of combined light and energy that floated between them.
Do you think this tactic will change the outcome? We'll see.
The energy sphere began to slowly expand, emanating a glowing light that contrasted the surrounding darkness. The shadow creature, curious but confident, watched the development with disdain.
The fused power is not only destructive, but it also has properties that counteract its absorption capacity.
The combined energy sphere, now reaching its maximum expansion, released a wave of light and energy that enveloped the shadow creature. This time, instead of absorbing the power, the darkness that characterized her began to dissipate.
What is this? My power should not be weakened. We create an energy that goes beyond destruction and creation, one that neutralizes the darkness that you're trying to absorb.
The shadow creature, weakened by Awamo and Ewin's strategic counterattack, retreated as the combined energy sphere continued to exert its effect. The light emanating from the sphere began to purify the darkness surrounding the entity, revealing its original form before corruption.
It seems our tactic's working, but we must make sure we contain it completely.
We can't let our guard down. Let's continue with the strategy until the creature's completely neutralized.
The space battle continued, but this time Awamo and Ewin had the upper hand. His sphere of combined energy continued to exert its purifying effect, dispelling the darkness that threatened Thraxis Nocturne. With each passing moment, the shadow creature grew weaker. The light of hope began to shine in the corner of the cosmos that was once on the verge of destruction. The shadow creature, weakened by Awamo and Ewin's strategy, retreated into space, its distorted form twisting as the combined energy sphere continued to purify the darkness that enveloped it. In a desperate attempt to regain its strength, the shadow creature began to explore its surroundings, looking for an opportunity to turn the situation in his favor.
My power is weakened here. I need to find a place where darkness prevails.
While exploring, the shadow creature noticed something that favored him. His eyes flashed with malevolent anticipation as he discovered that this world was called Thraxis Nocturne because it was a planet plunged into shadows. The dark entity smiled malevolently as he realized that this planet could provide the darkness needed to revitalize his power.
Ha 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 ha! Thraxis Nocturne, a feast of darkness awaits me!
With amazing speed, the shadow creature launched itself towards the planet, traversing space with great speed. Awamo and Ewin, aware of his intentions, followed closely, determined to stop any attempt by the shadow creature to plunge into the darkness of the planet. As the creature approached Thraxis Nocturne, the darkness of the planet seemed to intensify, as if responding to its presence. The planet's nighttime atmosphere shone with a faint luminosity, offering a fascinating contrast to the surrounding stars.
Ewin, we must prevent the creature from being filled with dark power. If she succeeds, it'll be even more difficult to stop her.
Understood, Awamo.
We'll not allow the darkness of this planet to fall into the hands of that entity.
The shadow creature descended on Thraxis Nocturne with a terrifying impetus. As she approached, the darkness seemed to take her in, enveloping her with a gloomy welcome. The shadow creature began to absorb the darkness of the planet, its twisted form vibrating with a new energy as it filled with the essence of Thraxus Nocturne.
Ha 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 ha! Yes, this darkness will strengthen me. Nothing can stop me now.
Awamo and Ewin, wasting no time, headed towards the shadow creature, determined to stop its advance before it became unstoppable. The battle in the shadows of Thraxus Nocturne was about to take a very drastic turn.
We cannot allow this darkness to completely corrupt this creature. We must stop her before she becomes invincible.
Your previous strategy was effective, Awamo. Let's keep working together to counter his power.
Deep in the shadows of Thraxus Nocturne, the intense presence of the absorbing shadow creature did not go unnoticed by the most powerful warriors on the planet. Turles, Bardock, Raditz, Frieza, and his brother Cooler felt the darkness increasing around them and, with a mixture of amazement and concern, headed toward the epicenter of the threat.
Something's not right. The darkness in this place is getting denser.
Whatever it is, we cannot let it threaten Thraxus Nocturne. Let's investigate.
The warriors moved nimbly across the gloomy terrain, advancing towards the source of the darkness. As they got closer, the atmosphere became heavier, as if the shadow itself wanted to resist their advance.
The darkness is different. I feel a strange pressure. I'm not afraid of the dark, but this is unusual. Cooler, stay alert.
Understood, Frieza. Let's find out what's going on.
Suddenly, a wave of dark energy erupted before them, revealing the shadow creature that was absorbing the darkness of the planet. His twisted figure and malevolent aura were as evident as the threat he posed to Thraxus Nocturne.
Warriors of this planet, his darkness feeds me. Soon I will be unstoppable.
We won't let you destroy Thraxus Nocturne. Get ready, creature.
The warriors went on the attack, each unleashing their unique power against the dark entity. Turles unleashed his evil aura, releasing bursts of destructive energy. Bardock channeled his Saiyan fury into powerful blows, while Raditz and Cooler coordinated their attacks to create a symphony of destruction. Frieza intensifying the struggle.
This creature doesn't know who he's up against.
Your resistance is useless. Each blow only increases my power.
The shadow creature, powered by the darkness of Thraxus Nocturne, absorbed attacks with defiant ease. Each impact seemed to strengthen rather than weaken it, plunging the warriors into the disturbing reality that they were facing an enemy that fed on its own darkness.
It's not working. He's getting stronger and stronger.
We need to change our strategy. We can't let it absorb all the darkness on the planet.
While the warriors struggled to find an effective strategy, the shadow creature, with its distorted laughter, continued to absorb the darkness, becoming more and more powerful. The Battle of Thraxus Nocturne's survival was at its most critical, and the warriors knew that they had to find a solution before the dark entity became invincible. The dark aura released by the shadow creature enveloped the warriors of Thraxus Nocturne, gradually weakening them. The warriors struggled to stay on their feet as the entity's malevolent energy infiltrated their bodies, obscuring their vital forces.
This is it. Too much.
I can't let that defeat us like this.
The warriors, despite their bravery, were overcome by the darkness emanating from the aura of the shadow creature. At that critical moment, when hope seemed to be fading, a heavenly light pierced the shadows. Awamo and Ewin, the angels charged with protecting Thraxus Nocturne, arrived on the battlefield.
The darkness emanating from this creature is breathtaking. We cannot allow it to take over this planet. Time to show these warriors how to fight true darkness.
The angel spread his wings, and together with the god of destruction, they advanced towards the shadow creature, his presence radiating a luminosity that defied the malevolent nature of the dark aura. As it approached, the dark entities sensed the arrival of divine beings and turned to face the new threat.
Ha 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 ha! More insignificant beings. His light will be devoured by my darkness. Don't underestimate the power of light. Darkness cannot resist the true essence of creation.
Awamo extended his hand, and a purifying light enveloped the battlefield, counteracting the dark effect of the creature's aura. Ewin, on the other hand, deployed the energy of destruction, creating a perfect balance between light and darkness. The shadow creature, for the first time, felt the pressure of forces that it could not easily absorb or resist. The conflict took a turn, and the battle became more intense as the Angel and God of Destruction faced the Dark Entity with a unique combination of light and destruction.
The real struggle starts now. We'll protect Thrax's Nocturne from the darkness you represent.
The fight between the Angels and the Shadow Creature reached impressive levels, with bursts of energy illuminating the dark planet of Thrax's Nocturne. Meanwhile, the warriors, freed from the debilitating effects of the Dark Aura, watched the fight, hoping that their planet would not be destroyed. Well, guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now, don't forget to leave your powerful like, Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now, without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.